All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Colorado Virtual College Fair. As we wait for everyone to file in, just a few notes of housekeeping before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of many different sessions being offered, so please be sure to sign up for additional ones. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at the same website where you registered. Through the course of this program, you'll learn about Southern Utah University, the University of Utah, Utah State University, Weber State University, Casper College, and the University of Wyoming. We're now ready to get things started with Southern Utah University.
All right. Hi, guys. My name is Kelly Perry. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions and Recruitment here at Southern Utah University. So a little bit more about SUU. We are located in Cedar City, which is a small rural town in Southern Utah University. It is about 6 hours or so from you guys, and then we're about 2 hours north of Las Vegas, 4 hours south of Salt Lake City, and about 50 minutes north of St. George. We have 20 different national parks, all within a 5 hours drive in our backyard. Our closest parks are going to be Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Cedar Breaks, as well as Bryan Head Ski Resort. So if any of you guys are interested in the outdoors, we are definitely the university for you. We have a bunch of different outdoor activities available for all of our students free of charge, which is a super great opportunity. And like I said, we are in rural Utah, so we are a small town in general. So we have a little over 30,000 people in Cedar City. SU makes up about a third of our population there. So it is strictly a college town, which is super great. At SUU, we have over 140 different programs to offer you guys, over 21 different graduate programs and certificate programs. The top 5 programs that we have are going to be our nursing program, aviation, business management, psychology, as well as our education, and engineering is right up there as well. We have a phenomenal aviation program if you are interested in flying a helicopter or airplane, or we also do have our aircraft maintenance program as well. Our nursing program is not direct admit, so you do your first 2 years general studies and then you apply to the nursing program. And then we do have a 100% passing rate on the NCLEX as well, which is super awesome. For our pre-med route, we do not have a doctor school on our campus, so we don't have any med schools or anything like that, but we do have a 91% placement rate into your number 1 med school. We do have an 87% job placement rate within the first 6 months of graduating. We do still have all your different study abroad opportunities. We've currently been to 20 different countries. Of course, that's all put on hold right now due to COVID-19. Overall, our class sizes are going to be very small. So we do have a 19-to-1 student-faculty ratio, with your general studies being around 40 students, and then your major specifics being a little under 20 students per class. This just allows our professors to build a personalized education with you in connection. All our professors will know your name, they'll know when you're not in class, and will reach out to you, which is super unique to our university. They definitely truly care about their students and want to build a connection with them, which helps you when you graduate. If you need letters of recommendation or a job or anything like that, your professors are definitely there for you. We have free peer tutoring centers, free writing centers, as well as free counseling services for all of our students. We do have your NCAA Division I sports, so we are in the Big Sky Conference. We do also have over 130 different clubs and organizations on campus. So if you're not into sports and things like that, we do have a club that you will probably like, which has a lot of different opportunities to get involved on our campus. We also have over 250 school activities planned throughout the school year. Put in perspective, we only have 240 school days. So our president is all about that student experience as well as getting that good student education. We also in total have 11,000 students on our campus. That's including our undergraduate and our graduate programs. So with just our undergrad, we are a little over 8,000 students. So it's not too small that you know everybody, but it's not too big that you don't know anyone and you have to be super involved to make friends. Something super nice as well even students from Utah are all moving away from home because if they live in Salt Lake City, that's 4 hours from us. So everyone's in the same boat as you guys, moving away from home, starting a new journey away from mom and dad, which is super awesome. So we're not a commuter school by any means. There are a ton of activities going on the weekends and just different things that our students can get involved in, which is great just to know that you are a part of a college town and that there's always something fun to do as well. For our non-resident scholarships, we are a WUI school for you Colorado people, so that's super awesome for you guys. Because of COVID-19, we completely canceled out the requirement of our SAT or ACT. So all we need for admissions and our merit-based scholarships is going to be your transcripts, and what we're going to look at is your unweighted GPA. So we have a super simple application that you fill out on our website, and then you submit your transcripts to me, and we will look at your unweighted GPA. Whatever you fall in under this category, looking at this index, automatically that's going to be that 4-year scholarship you will receive. So there's no extra application for these scholarships, no extra steps. You just have to apply, and automatically, if you qualify for a scholarship, you will be awarded that. These are also 4-year scholarships as well. So you are guaranteed this scholarship, and you are guaranteed it for 4 years as well, which is super awesome. The only one that to worry about is our President's Scholarship. We are limited to those. So if you do have a 4.0, apply sooner than later just to make sure that you do get that scholarship. Otherwise, you would just drop down to Founders. And that's about it. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. My information is on the screen, or you can send something in the chat as well. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Great. Thank you very much. And up next, we have the University of Utah.
Hi there, my name is Mariah Johnson, and I am an admissions counselor with the University of Utah. And let me go ahead and share my slides with you folks. So we are located in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's about a 7.5-hour drive from Fort Collins, Colorado, which is where I'm currently living. And I also forgot to mention that my colleague Alexandra Getz is also in the chat here to help me answer your questions. But Salt Lake City itself is about 10 minutes west of our campus, and then Park City is about 30 minutes east of our campus. So really easy access to both the downtown amenities and professional opportunities and the outdoor recreation. We're within a half hour of 7 world-class ski resorts, so it's really awesome for students that want to take advantage of those snow sport activities. We're also within a half-day's drive of all the national parks that are in the southern half of the state, closer to SUU maybe. So if you bring a car or your friend has a car, definitely easy access to get down there. You can also earn college credit at the U by exploring the outdoors. We have outdoor recreation classes that you can take and earn credit for. Now, all students get a free pass, so if you need to get around downtown, you don't bring a car, you need to take the tracks or the bus stations, you are able to do that through your university ID. Now, the University of Utah is really big on research. We are a Tier 1 research institution. We were recently inducted into the Association of American Universities, which is a group that recognizes high-quality research institutions like ours and institutions dedicated to research. Now, lots of students think that research is only for maybe master's students or PhD students, but undergraduates can get involved in research too. That could mean you work as a research assistant under a professor, or if you have something that you want to study and you want to be a principal researcher on a project, you can apply to get funding through the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program and do that. And I would be remiss not to mention that we are also part of the Pacific Athletic Conference, or the Pac-12. Now, this is a athletic conference, so if you are interested in those competitive divisional athletics and competing at that level, definitely a great school to be at, and I would encourage you to get in contact with our athletics department. But you can also think of this as an academic conference, because in order for us to even be invited to join the Pac-12, we have to achieve a certain academic standard that really rivals that of our partner institutions. So other schools that you think of in the Pac-12 that you expect a high caliber of education from, you can expect a similar quality of education at the University of Utah, and for a lower price, because we are the most affordable Pac-12 school for out-of-state students. Now, diving into our admissions process, we are unique in that we use a holistic review process. So we do not have a minimum or cutoff GPA in order to be admitted. We are fully test optional for applicants beginning fall 2021. That includes merit scholarships and our direct admission programs to engineering, business school, College of Architecture and Planning. So you do not need test scores. And the holistic review process means that we are going to put a lot of weight on your unweighted GPA, but we're also going to look at the rigor of your coursework. We're going to look to see the type of courses you're taking, if you're taking AP or IB or honors, anything like that. And we're also going to look at extracurricular activities, so secondary factors, clubs or sports or music, involvement inside or outside of school. Maybe you have extenuating circumstances that maybe prevented you from performing your best during a particular semester or year. Maybe a global pandemic hit and your grades suffered a little bit. So tell us a little bit about that on the Common App in the additional information section, and that helps us give us a better idea of how you perform as a student. Like I mentioned, we are on the Common App, so you can find us there. Our Early Action 1 deadline is December 1st. Early Action 2 is February 1st. The biggest difference for those is that February 1st is also our financial aid priority deadline. So if maybe you want to wait for this semester's grades to get in before applying because you're really maybe not sure about your GPA, you can wait until you get that transcript and then submit before February 1, and you'll still be considered for financial aid and scholarships. You are automatically considered for merit-based and financial need-based scholarships if you have an application in by then, and if you have the free application for federal student aid in by February 1st. And remember, that opens up tomorrow, so all of us will probably remind you, please get that in as soon as possible. And you can have your high school send their official transcripts to us. Most schools are sending them electronically, but if you have any questions about that or you're having issues with that, let us know. Like SUU, we are also a participant in the Western Undergraduate Exchange. So for students with at least a 3.0 unweighted GPA from Colorado, we are able to guarantee the WUI scholarship to you. And that's 150% the in-state tuition. For the University of Utah, that's about $14,000 per year. It may vary depending on the program you're in, but we also have a number of other non-resident scholarships, including our own President's Scholarship, which includes a full tuition waiver. We also have plenty of housing scholarships if you really want to make that a reality, but you're not sure about the affordability. We can talk about those housing scholarships too, and there's a wide range of options there. Once again, my name is Mariah Johnson. I didn't mention that I'm also based full-time in Colorado. I was raised in Colorado. I went to high school in Fort Collins, so I definitely know quite a bit about what it's like to be a Colorado student looking at schools both in-state and out-of-state. So if you need to call me, email me, or if you want to schedule an appointment, you can do so at admissions.utah.edu. Find the Meet Your Counselors tab on our menu and schedule an appointment, and I'm happy to continue the conversation at that point. So thank you.
Great, thank you so much, Mariah. And up next, we have Utah State University. And Bria, you are muted.
I'm muted still. Now I'm unmuted. I am located here in Colorado as well. I'm the regional recruiter for Utah State. And I love Utah State. I went there for 4 years and I am a proud Aggie. Hold on. I'm sorry. There it is. And let me share my screen. So like I said, I am a proud Aggie. I love Utah State. It's one of the best places to go to school. We are located all across the state of Utah, mainly in Logan is our main campus, but we also have 2 other residential campuses in Price and Blanding. So no matter where you go, you get those 3 awesome words of Utah State University on your diploma. We are a research institution as well. We pride ourselves on getting our students hands-on research experience from day one. So we're the 2nd oldest undergraduate research institution in the country, which means we have a long legacy of research, and we are able to get our students that experience. For me, it was helping do public relations for the university. For my husband, it was doing work on dams and spillways and fish passages. So it can be all kinds of things that you're doing research on. We also have this amazing view in our backyard. So Logan Canyon is about 5 minutes away from campus. And so you've got skiing and snowboarding and rock climbing and mountain biking. So we're a great place for that, because many, many times when I was a student at Utah State, we would look and say, we've got 2 hours till our next class, and we'd head up the canyon for a quick hike before we had to cram on the books again. We're close to 8 national parks within 5 hours, and we have all 4 seasons. So it's a gorgeous place to go to school. You get your fall, you get your winter, you get your spring and summer. So as far as admissions go, we have gone test optional this year for obvious reasons. It's a simple application process, no essays or letters of recommendations required. So you go to our website, you fill out the application, you pay the $50 fee, and then you supply us with your high school transcript, ACT or SAT scores, and then concurrent enrollment transcripts. So it's a fairly simple process, and typically you hear back within 2 to 3 weeks. And we also participate in the WUI program, but we have another option as well in Utah that we're really lucky to offer. So tuition as an out-of-state student is around $21,000 per semester. But after a year, you're allowed to gain residency. And so you can, with the exception of the WUI, when you're on the WUI scholarship, you can't gain residency, but otherwise you can gain residency after a year. And that requires 12 consecutive months in the state. And then you can't be out of the state for more than 30 days at a time. And then you have to get a driver's license, be a dependent on your own taxes, so your parents can't claim you on their taxes. And then you apply for residency, and you can gain residency. And so then you pay the resident tuition, which is around $10,500 per year. So those are the requirements. Again, if you have more questions on that, you can message me and let me know. And then we do offer scholarships, and these are our merit-based scholarships, so based on your unweighted GPA and then ACT or SAT scores. Obviously, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, and so we are looking at we are offering test optional scholarships as well. So if for some reason you cannot take the ACT or SAT score, you can fill out an additional application. So these scholarships that are listed in this chart are all scholarships that are automatic if you apply with an ACT or SAT score and then your GPA. However, if for some reason you can't take the ACT or SAT, we will look on a case-by-case basis. So that will have to be a separate application, and more information will be released about that on Monday as well. So if you have more questions, obviously, please contact me. We are a school that loves our traditions. So whether it's True Aggie Night, where you kiss the one you love on the A wall that's lighted up blue and there's a crowd around you cheering, or Day on the Quad, where you might miss your first class because you're so distracted by Day on the Quad, but your professor cares enough about you that they sit you down and they proceed to give you the entire lecture all over again. You've got that at Utah State. We are a D1 school. We participate in the Mountain West Conference, and we have 16 D1 sports as well. So I just want to close with this short story. So this summer I was coming home from my cabin, and there's a 2-lane road and there's construction. And so I stopped, and I hear this knock on my window, and I roll down my window, and there's an 80-year-old man standing outside of my window. And I turned and I looked and I rolled down my window, and he said, "I'm an Aggie too." And he saw the sticker on the back of my van and came up and talked to me. And it was amazing to just feel like I was in Utah, back at Utah State with this fellow Aggie who I didn't even go to school with. And that's how I feel about my Aggie family, is that just like your family keeps you grounded and keeps you who you are, your Aggie family is going to do that for you, but they're also going to push you forward, push you to be a little bit better. So anyways, thank you.
Great, thank you very much. As we're about halfway through our presentations at this point, just a reminder to use the Q&A widget, as many of you have been doing, to ask questions either specifically to representatives of various institutions, or if you have general ones that you'd like to hear from several about, they'd be more than happy to answer those at the end as well. But for now, we'll continue on to Weber State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gary Duran. I am an admissions counselor at Weber State University. I am so excited to be here with you this evening. I am now going to share my screen with you, and this is going to be the Weber State University PowerPoint slide. As you can see, this is our beautiful Ogden campus location right in northern Utah. We are approximately an 8-hour drive from Denver, or a 1-hour flight. We do have the great outdoors right behind campus, as well as a wonderful city life in downtown Ogden. We're also only 30 minutes away from Salt Lake City. So if you are looking at catching a flight home, or going and catching a jazz game on the weekend with your friends, it's totally possible. We do have multiple campus locations, though our main campus location is the Ogden campus. We have many student life opportunities at Weber State University. And I must tell you that not only was I an undergrad student at Weber State, I'm also a graduate student at Weber State. My undergrad was in criminal justice and minor health promotion. My grad school is in education. I've had many classes all across campus, and I love all of our faculty and staff. I'm also a first-generation student, so finding a university that had that big, small feel was important to me. Big in the sense of D1 sports and plenty of clubs and organizations to get involved with, but small in the classroom. That way I could get the assistance and help and receive the resources that I need to be successful in the classroom and to achieve my ultimate career dreams. We do have an amazing outdoor recreation program at Weber State. As I said, we do have 16 NCAA Division I sports teams. We have 30+ club sports teams. If you're ever in our area and you want to check out a game, just send me an email at garyduran@weber.edu. I'd be happy to get you tickets and get you into the sports games. We have a study abroad program at Weber. We also have this amazing app that helps you keep track of the different traditions that you participate in during your undergrad years. At Weber State, we understand the importance of the climate crisis, and so we are all about going green and sustainability. We set the goal to be carbon neutral by the year 2050. Currently, we are 15 years ahead of schedule on that goal. We are made up of 7 different academic colleges. As a state university, we have the opportunity to be excellent in many different areas. We have over 225 programs to choose from. This ranges from certificates, bachelor's, associates, bachelor's, master's, and a new doctorate program in nursing. We have many class options because we understand that once you are an adult, you will be working, you will have family obligations, you will have clubs and organizations, internships. So we want you to be able to create a class schedule that works best for you and your situation. This is the cost of tuition and fees for an entire school year at Weber State University for both fall and spring semester. We do offer our students the WUI exchange as well. So if you're interested in that, you can always apply. But many of our students opt for our academic scholarship. We do not require the ACT or SAT score to gain admission to Weber State University. Let me say that again. We do not require the test score of ACT or SAT to gain admission to Weber State. The only reason why we require this, well, we don't actually require this, but the only reason why we look at your ACT or SAT score is for academic scholarship purposes. This is a 4-year scholarship, and you only need to maintain a 2.5 GPA and 12 credit hours, both fall and spring, to keep this scholarship. If you're a senior, make sure that you apply to Weber State before December 1st. That way you can lock in this scholarship money. By applying to Weber State, you are not saying that you definitely want to come and go to Weber State. It's totally an option for you. We do not require students to let us know that they've chosen another university. So for these amounts here, it's definitely worth $30, 30 minutes of your time, and sending us your transcripts. We do have a couple of great housing options that I will be glad to show you more about if you're interested. Our application is relatively easy and can be found at weber.edu/apply. And lastly, please give us a follow at Get Into Weber on your favorite social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. We'd love to connect with you. Again, my name is Gary Durant, admissions counselor at Weber State University. Feel free to send me an email. It's my first and last name at weber.edu. Thank you all so much and have a great evening.
Great, thank you so much, Gary. And next we have Casper College.
What's up, everybody? My name's Steven Schaefer. I'm one of the admission reps at Casper College. I'm very excited to be here tonight. So I'm going to be talking fast. We've got a lot of ground to cover in 6 minutes. So what we're going to do first is we're going to talk about the what and the why of Casper College. The second thing we're going to be talking about is your choice. Why choose CC, but why choose college in general? So with that said, buckle your seatbelts and let's go. So Casper College is a 2-year community college in Casper, Wyoming. You're living in Denver, you hit I-25, go north in 4 hours, you're going to find us, okay? We do offer, well, our campus has 4,900 students. That's a mix between commuter, online, and in-person students. We're an open enrollment campus. What that means for you is simply you've got to send in an application and your transcripts and you're good to go. You can send in, and we do ask for your ACT or SAT, but that has no bearing on whether or not you're going to get accepted. Send in your application and the transcripts, and that's all we require of you. We have 140 different degree programs and certificates. So as a 2-year school, our job is to give you a foundation, get you comfortable, and get you ready for whatever going into a university or going into the next steps of your life might bring you. And so with that said, our 140 different programs and certificates are divided into 5 schools. School of Science, which would be like ag, chemistry, biology. The School of Business and Industry, which would be business, accounting, things like that. Industry, which would be welding, CNC, machine tool technology, auto body, those 2 different fields there. You've got the School of Social and Behavioral Sciences that has your psychology, your sociology, social work. You've got the School of Fine Arts and Humanities. The School of Fine Arts and Humanities, that's dance, music, theater, art, things like that. And then finally, you have health science. Health science, as you imagine, has nursing, radiography, pharmacy, and other programs such as that. We do have sports teams. We've got men and women's basketball, men and women's soccer. We have rodeo, and we have women's volleyball. We have 26 NJCAA championships in our region. So if you're looking to start a career in sports, if you're looking to get a leg up, this would be an amazing place to get that started. Our teams are amazing. We have 35 different clubs and organizations that you can come be a part of. So if sports aren't your thing, we're going to have something for you anyways. We're at the base of Casper Mountain, so you're 20 minutes away from snowboarding, hiking, and some beautiful places. The other reason you want to pick Casper College is it's affordable. It's great to come to a campus. It's great to come to a place that has, a homey feel, but what are you getting for that, right? What's the price tag associated with it? We are part of the WUI program, and so what that means for you, in short, is you pay $187 per credit hour. Your entire tuition is going to be $187 per credit hour. Lump that in with the cost of housing, and your total cost for the entire year is $13,000, okay? Now, we do offer on-campus housing through our residence halls and other options like that. Freshmen don't have to live on campus their first semester. However, in general, it's a little cheaper, and I'd encourage it. So $13,000 is a lot of money. In the grand scheme of things, that is a lot of money. But don't worry, Casper College has given out, since last year, we've given out over $10 million in financial aid, $4 million in scholarships. So if you want it, you can get it here at Casper College. Our scholarship portal opens January 1st and it closes March 1st. We offer athletic and academic scholarships. Our scholarship portal is super easy to apply to, so just keep up to date on that when January 1st rolls around. So one of the other things, being a smaller campus with only 4,900 students and a mix between commuter and on campus, is you have small class sizes. The average class size is 11 students. Granted, you're going to run into biology classes and other general classes that have maybe 60 students in it, but you have small classes. What that means is you have access to the instructors. The instructors are another amazing part of Casper College. I got my 2-year degree at Casper College before I moved on to the University of Wyoming to get my bachelor's degree and continue moving forward. And these instructors knew my name. They helped me move forward. So you get great access to some amazing instructors. 87% of our instructors have their master's, their PhD, they're working on their advanced degrees. These are current experts in the field. They know what they're talking about. And you have that personal access to them that lasts beyond your degree. I have instructors that I'm friends with still, that I still contact for advice, for information and things like that. One thing to know though is no college is completely spotless, right? You're going to run into, in this case, you're going to run into instructors you don't like. And I won't try to pull the veil over your eyes, guys. There are going to be instructors if you get here on Casper College campus that you're not going to jive with. But I can personally attest, there are more good instructors than bad. But you got to know what you're buying when you come to college. That leads into our final conversation. It's a conversation about choice. Because no matter what, whether you're getting an amazing deal coming to Casper College, a place where you can get your education, get your 2-year degree, and get ready to go into the world at an affordable price, whether you're going to another university, it doesn't matter. The next steps of your life are your steps. Here at Casper College, our slogan is this: it's your life, it's your college, and it's your future. Notice the word is your, not mine, and not anyone else's. At the end of the day, you got to want this. And if you don't want it, you won't have passion. And if you don't have the passion, you won't be able to push through and persevere through the problems that are going to rise in front of you. Someone once said, pursuit is the proof of your desire. You'll never possess what you're unwilling to pursue. And so my encouragement to you students is this: think hard and take the wisdom of the people around you, but remember that this is your choice, because it's your life, it's your college, and it's your future. So just a quick recap, guys. This is Casper College, 2-year institution to build that foundation and get you ready to go, get you ready to soar. If you have any questions, chat me up in the Q&A, or you can just email me at steven.schaefer@caspercollege.edu. Thanks so much for your time, guys.
Thank you very much, Stephen. We have one final institution left, and before we get to them, just a reminder that after the University of Wyoming presents, we will have a Q&A portion, so feel free to submit those questions at any point in the next few minutes. But right now, I'm pleased to present the University of Wyoming.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. My name's Adrienne Loveland. I am from the University of Wyoming. I'm also a very proud graduate of UW. So this is one of my favorite things to talk about. So for those of you that don't know, University of Wyoming, we're located in Laramie, Wyoming, which is in the southeast corner of the state. So if we were going to leave Denver, let's pick the airport. If we left DIA right now, it would take 2.5 hours to get up to Laramie. We are about 45 minutes west of Cheyenne, and about 50 minutes north of Fort Collins. So we are a great fit because we're far enough that you're away, but you're close enough you can get back. Laramie is a fantastic town. We're the quintessential college town, if you will. We are comprised of 12,249 students, and of that, all 50 states are represented in 90 different countries. We are 50% in-state and 50% out-of-state, which we embrace because that's really what makes our campus so rich. We have about a 15-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio because it is our goal that you walk away with the education that you want. 90% of our classes are taught by professors, and the average class size is 30. We say that average, but know that there are some bigger classes at UW. The biggest they can be is 165. We have 3 classrooms on the entire campus that hold that many students, and one of them is our football film review room. You'll never have a class there. So that leaves 2 out of 12,000 students for 165 students. So you're probably not going to be in that big setting, if ever, in your college career. One of the things we're really proud about is not only do our students get a fantastic education, they're really wanted through industry. Last year, 92% of our students had jobs or were in graduate school 6 months within graduation. A little bit about our area. We are a little more rural, but we are in between 2 mountain ranges. It is an outdoor enthusiast haven. So the nice thing is if you like to rock climb, if you like to mountain bike, you are 15 minutes away from world class in both of those. If you like to ski, if you like to kayak, if you like to fish, hike, any of that, you're 30 minutes with red lights and you can be doing any of those things. We are in a wonderfully beautiful area, and if you don't like outdoors, there's still plenty for you to do, but this is a great place to kind of go out of your comfort zone and try some of those things too. Wyoming is a Division I athletics school. A little piece of pride for us is we are in the Mountain West Conference, and we have the most active NFL players in the conference, including our star quarterback, Josh Allen, who's the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. We do have club sports and intramural sports, but if that's not who you are, know that fine arts, you never, ever, ever need to be that major to participate in those. So if you love the marching band but want to be an accounting major, go for it. We will not put red tape around that. We do have a Greek system, as well as over 300 clubs and organizations, a really fantastic student government program. But I think one of the things that's very unique to the University of Wyoming is the love and loyalty for our school. Being the only 4-year public institution in the state brings a lot of pride. It is not uncommon for somebody to drive 9 hours for a football game or start tailgating on a Tuesday. Wyoming offers over 200 different areas of study. We have everything from accounting to zoology. This website here will give you a list of all those degree programs and minors. We do allow students to double major, major and minor, major and double minor. Just pursue your passion. Big things at Wyoming that are standout are definitely our engineering program, our direct entry nursing and pharmacy program. We're number 6 in the country for our College of Education, as we are one of the last 3% of schools that offers a lab school. So you'll be working with children kindergarten through 8th grade. And then our College of Business has been ranked by the AACSB as one of the top 13% of business schools in the country. And then also our environmental and natural sciences. If you like anything with renewability, sustainability, or conservation, we're your institution. A little bit about admission. We are test optional this year for admission, but not for scholarships. The classes we need to see you coming to us with from high school are 4 years of math, science, and English, as well as 4 years of electives. We'd like to see a consecutive year 1 and year 2 of a foreign language, also 3 years of social science, so your government, civics, etc. If you have a 3.0 in these classes, congratulations, welcome to UW. Now, a complete application process packet is we do need your application, Common App or regular, our regular, $40 application fee and a transcript. Only need the test scores for the scholarships. However, if you're thinking nursing or pharmacy, we need your application by December 1st. Everybody else is rolling. For our scholarships, you'll apply to those through your application for admission. We're going to take your unweighted GPA, best ACT or SAT score, and where they coincide, we'll guarantee you $2,000, $4,000, or $7,000 in brown and gold commitment. Or if you're up here in this top block, that is how you would receive WUI or Western Undergraduate Exchange with the University of Wyoming. All are good for 4 years. You just need to maintain a 3.0 while you're with us, so go to class. Please come visit us. We're going to be welcoming visitors on our campus in the next couple of weeks, or we do have virtual visits as well. This is me. I know this was fast and a lot of information thrown at you really quickly, so if I can help in any way, the Q&A is great, or feel free to email me or call me at any point. I'm happy to help. Thanks so much for tonight, and go Pokes.
Great, thank you so much. We do have some good questions coming into the Q&A, although many of them are specific to individual institutions. So we'll bring all of our presenters back at this point and give them some time to individually chat to answer those questions if they do apply to their colleges or universities. But I think to finish up, since there's not really a general question, we can just go with one and we'll go in the same order of the presenters, but obviously some institutions are having visits right now, some are not, but when the time does come, or if a student were to visit your campus, what's the one place that you would recommend they stop by and have to see?
At SU, we are fully open face-to-face, so we do offer online Zoom meetings if you guys don't feel comfortable coming to campus, but if you do want to schedule a face-to-face tour, you just go to su.edu/tour and you can come schedule a visit. We're open. If you can't make it during the week, we are open to doing weekend tours as well. Just let the office know. One of the things that I recommend coming by if you do go to Cedar City is check out Brick House if you need something to eat. It is a local kind of mom and pop shop, and it has amazing sandwiches. And then drive up Cedar Canyon if you come around fall, just because it's a beautiful drive in 5 minutes from campus.
Hey, if you're visiting Salt Lake City, we are going to be offering on-campus tours beginning the week of October 12th, so be on the lookout for those. But if you are on campus, I would highly suggest checking out the Pie Pizzeria. It's a really awesome pie place. They offer discounts for University of Utah students, and they have the best like scratch brewed root beer you'll ever have.
My favorite is Aggie ice cream by far. It's made on campus with all the milk from our own cows. So that's one place. And then also Juniper Takeout is a local place that I personally really, really love. And you take a sandwich and you go sit up at First Dam, which is just like a short drive away from campus, and it's beautiful. So that's my recommendation.
Hey everyone, if you are in Ogden, Utah, definitely check out 25th Street. There are a lot of local businesses on that street. It's historic, and there's a lot of great restaurants, so many different cuisines to choose from. Pick your favorite and you can't go wrong.
Hey guys, we are offering in-person tours of campus currently. If you just go to caspercollege.edu and search Visit Campus, you can click a link and plan a personalized visit to come visit Casper College. You can get to sit down and chat with some of the faculty that are in your programs. If you're gonna come and visit Casper, you definitely have to check out, oh man, there's so many different coffee shops, places to see. If you like the outdoors, you need to definitely check out Casper Mountain or the North Platte River. North Platte River has blue ribbon trout fishing in it. For those of you that like fishing, if you like hiking, there's a 2-hour bridle trail that you can walk. It's amazing views. If you like staying in town and kind of seeing what's going on, just cruise up and down 2nd Street. There's a lot of different coffee shops and locally owned food places. It's an amazing place to eat. So
Wyoming is going to be doing in-person visits in the next couple of weeks, but they will be smaller. So plan ahead because we'd love to have you. Places you got to visit when you're in Laramie, definitely do the Turtle Rock hike. It's unreal and super fun. And I also highly recommend Altitude Chop House. It's farm to table and delish.
Great, sounds good. A lot of good options on the various campuses. There's a few more questions in the chat requiring kind of some personalized answers, or they're institutional specific. So we'll give a few moments for those answers to be sent off. But before we end this webinar, I do want to thank everyone for joining us this evening, both our presenters, as well as all of you who are viewing. When this webinar does end, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We would appreciate any feedback that you can provide about this program. Also, this was just one of many sessions that are being hosted, so please be sure to sign up for additional ones. And in about a week or so, you'll be able to find the recording of this session on the same website where you initially submitted your registration. In addition to that, there will be recordings of all other sessions that were part of the Colorado Virtual College Fair. Thanks again for joining us, and have a great evening.